Hi everybody, it's Erin again, and we're going to do some stretches to open the neck and the front of the shoulders. What you will need is some sort of towel. You can use a boxing glove, you could use, in front of me here, you could use a jump rope, you can use a lot of different things, but all you'll need at first is just to sit. You can do it double and pike your toes here and sit back like here, or you can just sit. So, so you know how to open your neck. You've done the neck exercises. So I'm getting ready to start my exercise this morning, so I'm going to go a bit slower. You can go faster if you're doing this post-workout. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go left. So inhale, exhale, and I'm just turning my head from front to the shoulder. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Sometimes it's better to close your eyes as you do this, because then you can really feel like which muscles are, tangy. Otherwise you can keep them open. Don't crank your neck like, let me see how far I can. It's really just a small motion, because you're getting for me, I'm warming the muscles up. And if you're cooling it down, you just kind of seeing where you're at. Inhale, exhale, and center. Straighten for a second. Other side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now you can notice I have my palms in my lap with my palms up in the air. That automatically rolls your shoulders down a bit. Keep turning. If I stop turning, you can continue. You can also put your hands down on the floor. There's lots of different places you could do it, but this is just where I like to start. One more inhale and exhale and come to center. Now we're going to do a few front and back. It's harder to breathe when you do the up motion, so practice it and it gets easier. Inhale, exhale. And you can do these as slow or fast as you want. There is Kaptabali or skull shining breath, which you can do where you kind of go, we'll do one more here. Inhale and exhale. And that the Kaptabali is like, and you go really fast. I wouldn't do it. One, it makes you dizzy. Two, you should only do it with a yoga practitioner around. And three, there's a certain number you're supposed to do and sequencing, but there's lots of different ways to breathe when you move your shoulder. Next thing we'll do for the shoulder is you can do it with the same breath, and you're just kind of gonna go from one shoulder, circle down to the other shoulder. And for this one, what I like to do is take my fingertips, you can't see my hands, but they're gonna look like this on the floor. Oh. You might notice that your head cannot move in some direction, like mine just sort of went right over here. My neck is super tight all the time. I tend to clench my jaw when I sleep, and also when things are frustrating me, so my neck is always pretty tight. But big inhales and big exhales, big inhales, big exhale. One more time. Now, I'm staying with my right ear to my right shoulder. I'm going to bring that shoulder up. I can still keep my hand on the ground, or you can put it here, bring it up, and this one down. And then just breathe here. If you want a little extra, the same way that you would just kind of flump your hand on your shoulder, like it's just like this. I'm not pulling, I'm not doing any weight. You can put it on your head and just kind of, and just that little bit of extra weight can stretch the scalenes out. Now aim your chin as if you're just kind of looking up. And again, I'm not pulling or anything, I'm just kind of keeping it here. And breathe. This one really hurts. Breathe. And exhale it back down. Other side, same thing. Shoulder up, shoulder, the ear, left ear, left shoulder connecting, right shoulder down. Again, this hand is kind of like, looks like a little spider. This pike down here. And just stretch. Inhales and exhales. Inhales and exhales. This side of my neck is particularly grumpy, so I'm not going to add this to it. Not going to be a good idea. I'm not going to add this to it. You can if you want to. And then, of course, put your chin as if I'm aiming my chin at the ceiling. And then just breathe here with some stillness. I tend to drop this shoulder down when I'm doing the chin up because I get enough stretch with just the arm. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Now, quickly, just a few breaths. Inhale, exhale, you're doing the back. Oh, and that is painful for me. Put the palms up in the lap if you have them there. And then, or you can keep them down here. Oh, big inhale. Big exhale. And then you can do a couple all the way around and then in the other direction. And why I'm doing the neck before I get to the chest is a lot of like these scalene muscles, they kind of come up here and they attach down to your collarbone area. You need those open before you can open the rest. Chest time. Okay. Now I'm gonna need my towel. You don't necessarily, like if you're super flexible, you don't need the towel, but I'm gonna recommend you use the towel, especially if you're warming up. Your grip distance to start can like play with that. I like to kind of like, so feet hip width apart, that's kind of about where the grip is for me, but you can also get it wider. I'm gonna keep my feet really wide and I'm gonna turn my toes inward so that the blade edge of my foot is really pushing down. And what I'm gonna do is just inhale up and then I'm gonna have to let go of the towel and then back down. So your shoulders are behind, you're gripping like so. Okay. In this pose itself, blade edge of feet down. First thing I want you to do is tuck the abs. You can actually see when I do it. So it's like club, tuck. Stand up straight as if there's a little bit of string pulling you up like a ballerina. So you're standing up tall. Now roll your shoulders down. This shoulder blade right here, think of that as if it's going into like your back pocket if you had them. And breathe right here, because what you'll find is a lot of people immediately start crunching up. Just get loose right here, just stand and take a couple breaths. Inhale, on the next exhale, fold forward, arms staying exactly where they are. Hello, hamstrings. And you can kind of, with a flat back, just stay right here. Don't crane your neck, you just look down, relax. And then you're gonna take your arms and pull them up. However high your arms are is totally fine where you're at. This is very, very varied. This varies from person to person. But what I'll end up doing is going as far up as I can, just with the flat back. I'm already starting to move down. And then I fold forward from the waist. I'm not moving my shoulders. And then, only then, once you've done the forward fold, can you see if you relax that towel. And breathe here. Once you've done a couple breaths here, and if it's not hurting you, you can do a slight rock of one shoulder to the opposite foot, and then the other shoulder to the other opposite foot. Very slowly. Going fast isn't gonna do anything here. I promise you. You might feel some good stretch too in your wrists and your forearms and things like that. But keeping down here, and just see how far your shoulders might relax to go. If you're flexible enough and you can use your hands, they can do that together as well. And now inhale, come up, flat back again. Roll your shoulders back. If you've got your towel, roll it down so it's back here by your hips. And then come up. All right, next stretch. How am I doing on time? A little bit over, so this is the last one. I'm still gonna do legs wide. You don't have to do the wide legs, it's just, I'm like stretching my legs at the same time today. Hands up. Actually, so you can see me, I'm gonna come down. So, and you can do this kneeling as well. So hands up with the towel. Now you're just gonna cock your, or pop, whatever you wanna use, your hip to one side. So I'm pushing my right hip to my right, all right? And that's immediately gonna start opening your side body. This hand is very gentle. This hand is not really doing anything either. And we're just gonna tip this over here. So like your elbows kind of coming in. Kind of a boxing stance, but a little broader. And you're just gonna, this is sort of like, very lightly held. This one's not really pulling. And then you're going to, as if your breastplate was gonna go to the sky, you're just gonna open that up a little bit. And keep that hip going to the side. And you feel this all on the side body, but also my shoulder's trying to do something. It feels a little stretched. And then you can straighten that arm, both of the arms, and go back while still trying to aim that breastplate toward the sky. And then up again, other side. Oh, hello. And again, using that hip to kind of accentuate the curve. And then moving up. There's the pec. And then out. So, and if you need to keep your elbows bent, mine are right now on this shoulder particularly. It's really tight. Or this. Yeah. And keep breathing. Do not hold your breath. Holding your breath does not help. You will not reach nirvana by holding your breath. And then exhale, tall. Keep and you can drop the towel now. Hooray! And then folding forward. And what I'm gonna do last is both arms out like a big airplane. And then I come back up and I've got the whole world. I'm holding the world. And you can tense it like you're like in an action movie. You're an Avenger and you're like, I'm going to get all the ring. And then let it go. And then do it again. Big stretch, push, clench. And then let it go. And that's just some shoulder, front of body openers. Many more where that came from. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, we're taking your donations for Coastal Harbor. There, can we see it in the video? No. But they're right over there in that thing. So anytime, we'd love to have your stuff. Thank you so much. See you again soon.